The business of sex and the question of whether more women are now paying for, well, what exactly? The ultimate boyfriend? Well, tonight we visit a company in Las Vegas that caters exclusively to a female clientele. The women pay for dates. They say they're just out for fun. And the men insist that whatever money is exchanged violates no law. Here's ABC's Juju Chang for our series, Modern Sex in America.
Meet Sean. He's getting ready for work.
I like to use this little Vaseline lotion to make my skin nice and soft.
His is not your average day job. His line of work, fulfilling women's fantasies for a price.
So if it's like $500 for a night or $1,000 for a night, how much of that do you see?
80%.
$800, just another night for a gigolo. Richard Gere may have immortalized the concept in American Gigolo, but male escorts catering exclusively to women have always been considered an urban legend.
Are you taking this to a sexual place?
I just did.
Until recently. Showtime's reality program Gigolos pulls back the curtain. It seems more and more women are willing to say they pay for sex. The men on the series are employed by real-life agency Cowboys for Angels.
How you doing? It's Garen James. I just was calling to let you know you have a request for Tuesday night at 7 p.m.
36-year-old Garen James, a former gigolo himself, is their agent. Some would say pimp.
When people think of gigolos, they think of sex, and they think of sex for money. How is that not illegal?
Sex for money is illegal. If somebody called the agency and said, I'm looking to have sex with one of your guys, then that conversation would go no further. It's not illegal to charge somebody for your time, and that's basically what we're doing.
What's more, it turns out this kind of transaction, payment up front with no guarantee of sex, is in fact perfectly legal in all the states where his services are available: Nevada, California, Texas, New York, Georgia, and Florida, as are female escort services for men.
I think there are plenty of people at home who would see this and think, this is morally bankrupt.
A moral thing is just something that is either right or wrong. And I mean, if I'm a man and I want to take a woman on a date, I'm paying for everything. So, I don't see how it's much different in the fact that just because a woman is paying now that it's wrong. It doesn't make any sense.
The morality debate aside, smart, affluent women are coming to the site in spades. Women like 39-year-old Heather Smith, a successful single manager at a Fortune 500 company.
Nick is funny. I had a good time with him.
She says being a gigolo is not all about sex.
I don't think of any of the gigolos as sex workers or prostitutes at all. I never have. They certainly don't feel like that.
She should know. She's sampled 5 of them and counting. She's spent between $500 and $1,000 a month on gigolos, several thousand so far in total.
I want to meet this Mark guy. He's pretty attractive. That's yummy, good tribal stuff. I'm attracted to the tats. This one guy, he's a sci-fi geek, which totally turns me on. That's sexy.
Heather says dating professionals, as she calls them, helped her get over the grief she felt after her fertility treatments ended tragically.
Best therapy ever. I didn't even realize that I was carrying around so much stuff around the pregnancy loss. I don't know why, but for whatever reason, the gigolos have helped through all that. That right there, you can't put a price tag on.
Gigolos have also become her unconventional weight loss plan. Every time she loses 5 pounds, she rewards herself with a date.
So I get in there and I do my squats for Vin, I do the elliptical for Nick, and it's this whole thing. So this is where I started, and here's when I added gigolos to the plan, and so you can see a nice steady decline there. I've lost over 27 inches, and my doctor was thrilled. She doesn't know the gigolo part of my weight loss plan, but she said, whatever you're doing, keep doing it.
I really love women.
Gigolo's Vin is her favorite.
We have a date with Vin tonight. We're going to dinner.
And tonight, she's getting ready for her 6th date with him.
I like dressing up for my dates. That's part of the fun. I never had anybody to dress up for before.
Garen employs Vin and 34 other men.
This is Tommy in South Florida.
After Showtime's series, business is booming.
Since I've started, I've had over 2,000 employment requests.
2,000 volunteers to be gigolos.
Yes.
What are you looking for?
Well, The first thing is that they should look like a model type, educated, humorous, intelligent, and a gentleman.
And do you do background checks on them?
Yes, that's one of the things that I do.
Guerin says he also conducts a 4-part interview with prospective gigolos, but because he's not offering sex for money, he can't demand regular STD tests. But the men we spoke to claim to us they always practice safe sex.
Yeah, she's a businesswoman, so I kind of dress more like upscale casual.
So she's here for business?
Yeah.
This is you?
Yeah.
Guerin recruited Sean, a former stripper, from a modeling website. Tonight, Sean is meeting a regular from Southern California who's in Vegas on business.
So you look forward to seeing her?
Yeah.
You're excited to see her?
Mm-hmm.
Sean arrives at the hotel in Vegas. The two head to the bar for drinks. The clock is ticking. After the scheduled 2 hours, Sean's date asks for another 2. They meet us before heading to her hotel room.
How do you feel about Sean?
Sean is amazing.
And so he's good at what he does.
Very good.
Why Sean? Why like this?
I just don't have time to meet anyone. I work a lot and I like a sure thing.
2 more hours, and $1,000 later, the date is over.
What can you tell us about what happened upstairs?
Gave her a good massage, my hands, and then time was up already. I had to go. I'm just being a gentleman, and what happens in Vegas, and I'm in Vegas, so I have to stay in Vegas, and so do our stories and our secrets.
And for the women wealthy enough to afford the gigolos, there's something else that comes with the price tag, what some of them call the perfect boyfriend experience. They pay for them to go away.
I know they aren't going to call. I don't want them to call. I know that, whatever I say is what I say, and, they like it or they don't. I don't care. And there's a freedom there. There's a liberty in just being whoever you are and knowing it doesn't matter.
For Nightline, I'm Juju Chang in Las Vegas.